A different way of approaching the job search is not what will make me happy, what work I love. Look for work that interests you. Looking for work that interests you is a much broader way of approaching the job search. The possibilities at that point become endless.
But let's talk about, I don't like my job. I'd like to make a change. The best way to do it is simply investigate the areas that you're most interested in. If it be the apparel space, then look at apparel websites. If you're interested in getting into information technology, go to information technology websites. I don't know any company that doesn't have an About Us on their homepage. It is a wealth of information about the company, the industry, the products and services. Everything is there.
I would go on their website and browse through descriptions of things that interest me.
That's why we have the internet. There's so much information that's available to you.
Most companies have, a careers tab at the bottom, which if you're just a regular consumer, you never notice, but it's really there if you're looking for it.
This will help you define if this is somewhere you want to go, if you are interested in that area.
I learned more about the jobs that I am looking into. I actually found a website. If you go on Glassdoor.com, they give you the salary, the work environment. It kind of gives you an idea of what you're getting into, what kind of promotions you can get, or what's the mobility in the company.
I started to identify the companies I wanted to work for by applying to jobs at companies that I admired.
So that's where I started looking there, and then I moved backwards, I'll say, into putting my resume on Monster.com, a career builder, all those search engine job sites.
Every morning I just go on Monster, Craigslist even, Career Builder, as I said before, Facebook, LinkedIn.
You can look on the job boards, the Monsters, the Career Builders, or you can also contact a recruiter, and they do a lot of the work for you, and they assist you in your job search.
Recruiters can be a great resource and be very helpful. But remember, recruiters work for the companies. Recruiters are paid when the applicant is placed.
I think probably the most effective way to be aware of positions is by word of mouth.
I guess it's really doing research, talking to people, networking, getting onto the internet, see what type of jobs are out there.
Searching the internet, finding out that I need to put in key phrases, key words, because the internet, I think, is just this massive conglomeration of catchphrases and not knowing how to phrase it correctly to kind of drill down to the field that I'm looking for.
If you have a skill in a particular field, or you're lucky enough to have a degree or training in something that interests you, then pursue it.
Some people, when they're looking to do a career change, also very key that you network with everybody that you know, attend job fairs, and just pull all your resources from everybody that you come in contact with.
Let's say you're in a job you don't like. There are things that you need to do, and that is stay in that job for at least 12 to 18 months.
Because you don't want the resume to say, oh, 6 months here, 2 months here, gaps.
Sometimes you get to the company that you want to be in and you don't really want to be there anymore. I've heard it time and time again from my friends.
If you need to leave sooner than that 12 to 18 months, you're taking a gamble as to whether you can use that job on a resume or not. You're sending up a red flag.
I had a friend that left the job after 3 months, and I told him to stay at least a year. He didn't want to, he hated the job. He actually turned out to not getting another job for another year. And he had to actually explain to his next job why he left after 3 months and why there was so much time in between each job.
If you're in a job that you don't like and you've only been there for 6 months, I highly recommend that you do give it at least a year in the position, but during that time there are things that you can do.
You want to take as much from that job as possible, because you're going to build on the experience and the skill and the qualifications of that job for your next job.
You can start to look for other positions while you are employed. That's the best time to find a job, is when you have a job.